great. Everything's going. Stand by, folks. You ready to go? Hi, welcome to the 13th floor. I'm Marty Duda. Today we have with us the Feel Good Service in the form of you guys here, Lucy.
Yes.
Thank you. And Modre.
Yes, sir. Yes,
How
sir.
are you guys doing?
We're fabulous.
Doing great.
Cool. Thank you for swinging by. You're going to play a song for us in a little bit.
Yeah.
You got an album coming out or an EP? We have to
I
discuss
know.
what that is. A song. We're going to hear a song from whatever the heck it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
And
yes.
so what's it called?
Dirtyfunknsoul.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. That's our vibe right now.
It is your vibe right now. All right.
Yeah, at least for this project.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you see things changing in the future?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, Dirtyfunknsoul came about because we love a lot of different music. We grew up loving a lot of rock and roll, 70s, 80s rock, a lot of funk, and then obviously like a lot of soul music, Shaka Khan, Aretha Franklin.
There you go.
And we just wanted to find a Prince, obviously. Yeah. So we,
Obviously.
Yeah, clearly. We just wanted to find a way to kind of merge all of those loves, man. And so that's what this project is about. But yeah, in the future, we've got probably, we're close to like 100 songs that we've written together.
Yeah.
And they're not all finished, but a bunch of them are, and a lot of them span a lot of different sounds.
Right. So I can understand you. So you don't have an accent. No, you're from.
See, I appreciate that because everybody's like, I loved your accent.
Now you know how I felt in the States.
So you're the Kiwi. You're the American.
Yank, yeah,
the Yank.
Yeah.
All right. So you're from where originally?
I am from here. I'm
Somebody's
from the
gotta be.
Waitakeres,
Oh, there you go.
out in West-Auckland.
And that's where you live now, right?
Yeah.
All right. And you're from
From
New York State?
originally, yep. New York State,
Oh,
yep.
Very good. All righty. And how did you find yourselves? Each other, rather.
Well, I wanted to do music. That's all I wanted to do. And Berklee College of Music was the place to be at that point.
Pretty big.
So straight after high school, went there.
Nice.
And that's where I met this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2007, we were
Bro,
in.
you're telling our age.
Hey, man, look. they got to know the lineage, the history. But no, it was crazy. Like, I walked into a Parliament Funkadelic ensemble rehearsal.
Nice.
And she was in there playing.
Keith player.
On
I'm
keys.
gonna brag a bit. I made a record with Bootsy once.
Oh my God! See this guy,
Stop.
legend over here.
Anyway.
No, and that's great. Well, it was funny. We actually performed for Bootsy. But he came to Berkeley.
Yeah.
Right.
After, maybe a couple months into our us taking that class. But yeah, we hit it off, man. We were just really good friends for like a very long time, maybe close to like 10 or 12 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it evolved eventually, organically, into the music, which also evolved into love and our beautiful daughter.
Yay!
Yeah.
So it's a complete package.
Oh yeah, it's a family affair. Family affair.
Okay, so tell me about how'd you make this record? Is it in a studio? Did you do it at home with other people, all by yourselves?
Yeah.
Well, the lowdown.
It happened very, very organically.
Yeah.
We were just writing for the love of writing because both of us were on the touring side originally.
Right. Okay.
That's what we did for like 10 years. And we wanted to change and to get back into our writing and production. And so we just started writing together and these songs just flowed and we were like, well, maybe this is something. And so a lot of the initial ideas were written in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
And then
What were you doing there?
That's where Dre was based.
Okay.
I moved there after being in LA for 10 years. And that's where we established everything before moving back here 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah. Almost 3 years.
Isn't that where Andre 3000's from?
Yeah.
So you
Outcast.
had to go with a different version of the Andre.
Yeah, I know.
So you didn't
right?
get confused, right?
I've seen him a couple times, like, and I'd be like, yo, you got my name, bro. Nah, it's crazy. Yeah, but yeah, Atlanta was crazy. And eventually, I recruited her to come on over to Atlanta. And,
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's where it began. And then we finished it here in our studio at home. We write and produce for other people too. So that is also our passion. But weirdly enough, this whole project, was just us.
Cool.
Yeah.
So who else have you worked with for other people? Anybody we know?
As in, like now?
Yeah.
What we're doing now?
Well, just in general.
And
Whoever you want to mention.
Well, like she said, we started off on the touring side. So we were kind of we were moving around a lot. So I think I was started off doing like a lot of like 90s groups. So like Belle Biv DeVoe, song Poison, did like Jennifer Lopez, TLC, Flo Rida, a lot of like pop and R&B stuff. And then you were doing...
I was playing for CeeLo Green and the Black Eyed Peas.
Cool.
And so those were the touring side.
And it's interesting you mentioned all those 90s acts. Now they're all very cool because the nostalgia thing every 20 years or whatever it is comes around, and now it's right in the groove.
Oh yeah. I mean, the styles, everything everybody's wearing, man. It's like we're back in like late 90s, early 2000s again. So it's cool, you know what I mean? Like we rock with it. And honestly, I think that's what gave us the bold, the kind of fearlessness to like put out this record, because it is very nostalgic. There's a lot of sounds from like 80s funk and soul to the 90s to the 2000s. Like you get a little bit of a lot of different things, but so it kind of lends itself. So I think we're right on time, I like to believe, you know.
I'm sure you are. So the song you're going to perform for us today is called Feel For You.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I can almost hear Chaka Khan in my...
I know, right? I know.
Tell me about it.
Honestly, she might sing it better than me.
Feel For You is, man, it's one of those songs that is like, it's a love song, but it's fun. You know, we love like a lot of like the 90s animated and 2000s like animated movies like Goofy Movie and stuff like that. And like we just love that they had like, shout out to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis on the production and writing on that. We love that the music was fun and exciting, but it still it worked so well with animated stuff, and so I think when we were writing, we were like, let's just do something kind of like fun and bubbly, but still grooving. And if you listen to the record, it is that. It's exciting, it's bright, it's just us just talking about our story, really, you know, just falling in love, and then not just falling in love with each other, but falling in love with the music at the same time, simultaneously.
Cool. All righty. So what's the plan? The record's coming out Thursday.
Yes.
You got some gigs.
Yes, well, we're actually going to do the, let's call it an album.
Yeah, let's. Because there are 9 tracks. We discussed
it is
this
9 tracks.
Pre-interview. You told me it was an EP. And then I asked you how many tracks there were in there. You said it was 9.
Yes,
I'm
you
sorry.
corrected us. We are doing a whole album.
It is.
So actually, we are doing an album release show, live
good.
show, on Thursday as well,
Right.
at Cassette 9.
Okay, that'll be fun.
In Auckland, CBD, and
is with the band in addition
Yeah.
to you guys? So how do you augment the two of you?
well, for this one.
Yeah, so typically it's usually at least a 4-piece situation. So I play guitar and sing. She plays guitar and sings. We have a bass player, Marika, on bass.
Oh, yeah, she's great.
Yeah, and Smacks on drums.
Smacks,
He's really killing.
with a name like that, he's got a belly drum.
Oh, that boy hits some drums.
Fire.
Super funky. But yeah, so that's the setup, and then we, and then we use Ableton as well to augment some of the background vocals and other things. But yeah, that's the setup, and then we've got our homegirl Kyla Greening, who's also going to be featuring that night. She'll be opening up the show.
Sounds like fun.
Yes.
Well, it's funny too. You mentioned, and I'm just going to throw this out there because you asked earlier about who we've been working with, and like that's why I feel like it's a good time to kind of play it, because since we've switched gears and started writing songs more and doing more production, Kyla actually is one of the artists that we've been fortunate enough to be able to start kind of doing some stuff, working with her on her stuff. Hawkins is another one. Aiden Fine is another really dope up and coming rapper artist.
What's happening? So does it feel like there's something happening here in Auckland as far as
Absolutely.
There's something in the water, like literally. Like I moved here, and to come from the other side of the world, and to see how thriving the music scene is here, and just how gifted people are, man. And it's pretty communal. Like we've been very welcomed into a lot of spaces, into a lot of rooms, and completely grateful for everybody that has allowed us to be a part of what they're doing.
Excellent. All right. Well, let's get down with the live music here. Feel For You, we're going to hear. Thank you guys for coming up and playing and talking, and look for hopefully album release goes well, and you sell millions of copies of it, right?
Hey man, if we touch one person, that's all we need.
That's all we do. All righty.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, bro.
Bye.
Baby, I know some call it crazy, the way I feel for you. Could tell that he was the one, this boy, he knocked me off my feet. He appeared in a dream, took my hand and said, come with me. Never thought it could be love more precious and sweet. Whatever happened to me? Feels like I'm touching the ceiling, floating high on a feeling. Got my heart steady beating, beating. we're spinning around, heads in the clouds, yeah, you make me weak. Never thought it could be love more precious and sweet. Whatever happened to me? Feels like I'm touching the ceiling, floating high on a feeling. Got my heart steady beating, beating. Baby, baby, I know some call it crazy, the way I feel for you. Oh, baby, baby, nothing they say can faze me, 'cause what I feel is true. Love the way you say you're mine, the way you look into my eyes. Plus you know the little things I like. Please stay forever. Baby, baby, I know some call it crazy, the way I feel for you. Oh, baby, baby, nothing they say can faze me, 'cause what I feel is true. Oh, oh, oh. Baby, baby, I know some call it crazy, the way I feel for you. Oh, but baby, baby, nothing they say can faze me, 'cause what I feel